had to go to Alaska. And so I had an apartment at the time. I put everything in storage and got rid of my apartment and said, I'm going to Alaska by myself. I just had a backpack, a tent, had $200. I bought a one-way ticket to Anchorage and
Oh
I
my
had no
gosh.
plan. I had no job. I had no friends. I all I thought was I'm going to fly to Anchorage and figure it out. I'm going to probably jump on a shuttle, go to Homer, which was the place I had visited when I was there before, and just figure it out. So I landed about 2 a.m. It's in the summertime, it's like daylight all the time. So I just slept in the airport and then grabbed a shuttle to Homer. And I remember just like it's setting in on me like,
Hmm.
this is like I have nowhere to sleep, I have nowhere to go. I don't know anybody. And so I asked the shuttle driver, I said, do you know any good cheap places to stay? And he goes, yeah, there's this bed and breakfast. It's $15 for a bunk in the like kind of like the low rent section of the B&B, a bunk and a breakfast for $15. I go, take me there. So he took me there. I dropped off. I got a bunk downstairs in her bunk room and kind of sat there for a couple of days trying to figure life out. I There was another guy staying there who was kind of like a maintenance type of guy for her, staying on the property for free in exchange for like doing some maintenance stuff. And I go, ooh, I that's a great idea. Like I'm gonna approach her and say, I will clean, I will help, I will do whatever you can if you just let me camp on your property. I didn't even want to be
Hmm.
inside. I just like let me set my tent up and then I will clean, help cook, like I'll set you up. And she was like, but I convinced her. And she goes, okay. So I had a place to live and I had a job, but it didn't pay. So I had, I
Hmm.
was turning her place like spotless. Like I was
Hmm.
deep cleaning her bathrooms. I wanted her to know, like, yeah, I'm going to do a good job for you. But I still didn't have any money. So Homer sits on this, there's like what they call a spit that runs out into the ocean. And there's a lot of fishing and businesses out there. And I was living at the B&B kind of in the mainland area. I had no transportation, but I thought probably my best bet for finding a job is out on the spit. And so I don't remember if I walked out there first or what, but I ended up going into this. It was called the Sport Shed, and they sold basically everything except rockets and mortars for killing fish. So this is a big fishing community. They gave me a job. I got a job. And then I needed transportation. So then the next thing I did was find a bike, and it was $50. And so when I got my first paycheck, I had $50 left. And so I had two jobs, a place to live, and wheels. So I spent the whole summer there. And the bed and breakfast owner eventually just kind of turned the place over to me. And she would leave, and I'd be like cooking breakfast and like running the place. And it just turned
Wow.
out to be such a great experience. And then after that, I went back to Alaska on some internships for my degree. I ended up finding out I could actually pursue a degree in outdoor adventure recreation management. So I did go back and finish school and then ended up back in Alaska for internships with the Forest Service in Sitka. And yeah, met Dave. And my first real job was in Wisconsin at the Outdoor Skill Center, which was a place to teach outdoor skills to youth at risk and other just community members. It was a great job, but we really wanted to go to Alaska. So then we made the move after we got married to Alaska permanently, and all the more adventures began from there.